impression for you. Call, bang, fuck, I'm dead. Give me the girl, and I'll let you walk out of here. Well, why don't you just give me a minute to think about that, huh?
Kuklinski's reputation as a tough guy with a hair-trigger temper physically abusive. It wasn't long before he committed his first murder.
They got into a fight. We got into an argument, a fight. And I hit him with an acoustic. A few too many times. He died. I was upset. I didn't mean to do it, actually. But surprisingly, I felt sadness. After a while, I felt I didn't was sitting some sort of
By the time he reached his 20s, his life changed. In 1960, he met a 19-year-old girl named Barbara McKinnon. He was absolutely flowers at the door every day, and considerate and romantic, and all of the things that anybody could dream of. He bought me beautiful things. We went to party places. He was happiest when we were together. He was happiest when Jackie and I were together. He and Barbara had 4 children, but with just an 8th grade education, he could only get low-paid jobs that didn't pay enough to support his growing family.
I didn't have the capability of getting a better paying job. Was I going to push a yard truck? Big meaning about money. I couldn't afford it.
What position are you to be in heaven?
One child.
Where he began to hire pornographic films and sell them to outside
Is it beautiful?
sources connected to the Gambino crime family. This connection led to other criminal activities, and it wasn't long before he went from being a small-time hood to a big-time killer. And associated with a gang that worked out of the notorious Gemini Lounge in Brooklyn. Above the lounge was a mafia killing floor where victims were killed and dismembered. Packed bodies were kept in just plastic bags and carted away.
Hey everyone.
Kuklinski was the perfect enforcer. He was brutal.
Close me.
Fall asleep.
I don't know.
Is it good?
Say if I were to do somebody, I want at least 5 figures.
Kuklinski kept his criminal life secret from his family and neighbors. He told them he was a businessman. No one knew his business was murder.
We were perfect. My children were never in trouble. We were perfect. We were the all-American family. I mean, we had what seemed to be the perfect life. There were wonderful times. And time with his family was the only thing that he was really concerned about. If he never had to leave the house, he loved it. He hated to have to travel. He hated to go away. He came back as soon as he can. He wanted to be home all the time.
You know my grandpa?
Be with us all the time.
Edward.
I felt I had achieved something. I very seldom left the house unless I had to, because I felt secure. I felt very secure. I tried to provide the best as I knew how. Might not have been the right way to go, but it was for me the only way. I tried to never let anything touch the house. I brought nobody there. My family was not exposed. Anybody. I wanted to show them the of life, not the bad side.
Richard had a very, very sad childhood. You got the impression, or I knew because he would like say something and then drop it and change the subject, that he was abused and that there was no love. He grew up absolutely without any love, without a doubt. I mean, the first Christmas with my family,
I wanted to see if you could cover
he
the
was in
watermelons were.
he couldn't believe it. It was a tree and everyone was cooking special things and there was lots that we were laughing and it was fun.